All right, Darren Christianberry, known pro, there's our leaderboard. Break it down for us.
Yeah, no stranger to top of the pack. Kyle Douglas coming in at 448. Tim Checkeroski, 446. Ace Coleman in the mix again in an archery tournament at a 444. Robert Householder is a pass shooter of the year in the known pro at a 443. And Lawson Veit coming in fifth with 440. So 8 points from first to fifth. This is going to be another good show.
Absolutely, and that wind is picking up a little bit, Darren. Before we bring these archers out, though, we want to see how known pro finished up at our last tournament in Foley. In known pro, the new 60-yard max lowered the scores a little, but not much. Dane Johnson still put together 2 solid rounds to head into the shootdown at 48 up and with a 6-point lead. You know, 60 yards, that's new this year for this division because the scores were so tight and so consistently high.
As these guys get used to these distances, you're going to see some top-notch shooters out there right now. Dane got 12. Yeah, he's at 470 now.
In the finals, he never took his foot off the gas and he never gave up his lead. Closing in, Darren, that this might only be a 2-person 6th arrow.
Good look with that in picture right there.
Yeah. Got it.
Smoked it.
Boom. He's saying, where was that the last one?
Yep. Dane needs a 10. Pretty confident this big fella can get the job done right here. Boom.
There you go.
Got
it done. A center 10 with his last arrow secured his first win in the division since 2022, and the emotions took over.
I just felt like all year I've just been so close. And, I mean, even last year I've gotten second Louisiana, and I felt like I've been so close past at least last year. Oh, I can't even talk. I'm so excited. I can't thank everybody, all my supporters, my family back home, my daughter.
All right, we're going to get to our known pro archers for this evening. Our 5th place qualifier with a score of 440 and 25 bonus rings. From Stillwater, Oklahoma, shooting for elite, Lawson Veit. And our 2nd place qualifier with a score of 443 and 28 bonus rings. From Millbrook, Alabama, shooting for Hoyt, Robert Householder. Our 3rd place qualifier with a score of 444 and 22 bonus rings. From Paris, Tennessee, shooting for Matthews, Ace Coleman. And our 2nd place qualifier with a score of 446 and 26 bonus rings. From Oakland Township, Michigan, shooting for Prime, Tim Checkeroski. And our number 1 qualifier with a score of 448 and 26 bonus rings. From Liberty, Utah, shooting for Matthews, Kyle Douglas. All right, Darren, so we have 8 points separating 1st from 5th. These guys are using rangefinders, and we should mention that the targets have been backed up because this class now has a max distance of 60 yards.
A 50-cent piece at 60 yards. You can barely see it with binoculars, let alone through one of these peep sights and scopes. But yeah, this is about to get real right here.
We don't know these distances now. The judges had to move them quickly, so we don't know. But
you see that bedded buck way out there in the middle? It was at 28 yards. Now it's at like a bunch. maybe 58. I don't know. It's way out there.
So, in what we learned, Darren, with the 60-yard change, the ASA made it not necessarily because they just wanted to make it harder, but it also added some strategy. What the archers were telling us is that before, they just had to gun it every 12 ring in qualification. Now, at 60 yards, it's like, do I need that one? Can I play it safe?
Might lay up a little bit.
Yeah. So strategy came into it, and well, there's Kyle, right out.
I'm sure he called up her, and I mean, he hit inside of the 50-cent piece. There's a good look over Ace's shoulder.
60 yards, Darren.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Oh, that's. I'm not sure what happened
Did Ace
there.
shoot the wrong target?
All right, first up for our leader, Kyle Douglas. Currently a 2-point lead and tied for bonus.
Well,
I guess we're going to find out.
Ace
He's
was
shaking
late,
his head.
He was late to the show, and he was late to the shooting order, I guess.
12 for Kyle Douglas.
12 for Kyle Douglas. 460 for Kyle right now.
Apparently in the known pro class, if they're not 14 rings, no one cares.
Wow.
I'm not sure what's happened yet. Let's see what's going on out
Tim
here.
Checkeroski.
Oh, that's what happened. He shot the wrong target.
Ace shot the wrong target.
Yep. So
All
that
right, we have 2 arrows.
we're figuring out which arrow is Tim's.
It's a 10 for somebody.
And
For Tim. All right.
Ace wasted a good 12 right there, unfortunately. So Tim gets a 10.
he gets 10. Yep.
So 456.
So
Ace.
considering how far out that bedded buck is, I don't know why Ace didn't go ahead and shoot the shorter one. It made more sense to me. All right, Robert
Mike
Halford.
Tyrell's giving Ace Coleman a little grief out there. Ace is going to take a 0 for shooting the wrong target.
8 for Robert.
So if 8 for Robert Householder, 451 now for him. If I was Ace, I would shoot all the 14s from here on out.
Yeah. So to explain it, the field out there, there is a stake right in front of Ace that says that he was shooting at the HHA bedded buck. In front of the bedded buck was another sign that says HHA. That's the cue. You can see there Robert Householder has that bow doodle sign. There's a bow doodle sign in front of the hyena. That's his key that that's the target I'm shooting at. And I guess Ace, first target, nerves are running. He just missed that.
Good look at Lawson. There's Mr. Robert Householder right there with his Hoyt Concept X.
You ready, Lawson? All right.
Two-time,
Gentlemen, we'll
back-to-back
start your 1 minute now.
ASA known pro shooter of the year is Robert Householder.
There's a good look at Ace. See if he can find the correct target this time. And maybe shoot a 14. There's Lawson settling
Veit.
in. Shooting a little bitty aperture in that peep. Tiny hole. Uh-oh.
Oh, bumped low there.
Yep, he's going to take an 8 on that one. Good look at Tim Checkeroski. He's shooting that long bedded buck right now. Pretty good hold. Nice 10. Nothing wrong with that.
Lawson Veit, we should mention, Darren, is in his first year in the known pro division. He was the K50 shooter of the year. Not bad for your rookie year, second tournament, make the shoot down.
Nothing wrong with that. Lawson's a fantastic indoor shooter. I saw him at a few indoor events this year, and he can pound the middle.
All right, Lawson.
All right.
He's going to take, I believe, 8 points on this one here.
A bit of a breeze and shoot a target probably over 50 yards.
Survey says 8
That's
points.
going to be an 8.
That's been a
458.
Lawson.
40 yards. Now, who knows?
Moving here to Kyle
All right,
Douglas.
Kyle Douglas, our leader.
The farther out these targets are, the more of a factor that wind is, too. That arrow's traveling longer distance. It's affected longer by the wind, so we could see some left-handed stuff.
12.
Kyle Douglas.
That's 2 in a row.
Wow, watch out for that guy.
He's doing a good job.
472.
Bonus rings tied with Robert Householder on bonus.
Kyle Douglas is our current 3-time defending, back-to-back known pro shooter of the year.
Wow. Good 10 for Tim on that bedded buck. 466 for him now. Kyle wouldn't have a problem hitting every 12 ring and running away with it.
I don't think so.
He would probably be pretty happy with that outcome.
Next up,
Kyle's another one who has won just about everything in archery.
Yeah. I'm sure these other guys will have something to say about that kind of scenario, but Ace did shoot at the 14 on that black boar, so bravo for him for saying, hey, I got to go for it now.
He's on the Stan black boar, and here is the Bow Doodle hyena.
I believe he took an 8 on that, so 452.
Okay, next up for Rubber Householder.
Pow.
14.
There we go.
That's a good shot right there.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
465.
Third place. And now
That's what those guys need.
bonus
That's
ring.
how you make moves out there in the known pro. Shoot those 14s.
Got to.
First and second place is Tim Checkeroski at 466. Now at 465 is Robert Householder.
He raised the
Lawson,
upper flag.
And we got Cole Ace.
Well, yeah, the 14 on the javelina is about the size of a peanut. So, yeah, I don't blame him a bit for not shooting it yet.
You're gonna give us a high
So upper
side.
12 it is.
Ready?
We'll get a look at that here shortly when he shoots that target. You'll be able to see the 14 ring out high left on that javelina, and it's tiny.
Yeah, some of the targets, Darren, the 14 is actually a little bit bigger than the 12, but this is not one of them.
No, it would be a coin flip at that distance. You know, you're either going to hit it or you're going to miss it. That's pretty simple odds, but that's basically it. You either will or you won't. Good look at Kyle right there. He's so steady.
All right.
Close.
Yeah,
Maybe
close.
just
Looks
over.
like it might be a 10, but safe. There's Ace.
Ace
got
got
that
one.
14.
Good look at Tim. Tim got
10.
another 10.
We think of that 10 as par, Darren.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Robert Householder.
do no harm, gain no ground.
Yeah, it's
Kinda-
important to not give anything back.
Yeah.
Robert called upper on this. He raised his flag. He's going to get a 10.
There you go.
Good score.
We got a quick shot of that tiny little 14 there.
475.
Next up, Lawson Veit.
Lawson needs to make a move here.
What did he do here?
Victory.
He is on the Schwacker Ram.
He shot. I'm assuming he shot at that upper. Hard to see. I mean,
Eighth for Lawson.
that's proof right there. These things are not easy to see.
Yeah, and especially when they
Next
back them up.
Kyle Douglas.
This is the-
466.
472.
Kyle's on the HHA bedded buck. Yeah, you saw that arrow arc.
That's a long way.
That was a long way out there. I'm betting we're well over 50. 50 yards, that is. That's going to be a 10, I believe.
10
Yeah.
points. Yep.
Yeah, so for folks at home, easy reference, 50 yards, that's half a football field. 60 yards, 10 yards longer than that.
Yeah. Set a 50-cent piece at 50 yards
Tim Checkeroski.
and try to hit it. Try to hit it with a rifle.
That you can't see very well either.
Yeah. Yeah.
10. 476.
10 for Tim. 476.
And for Ace Coleman.
Mr. Ace.
For a big
I
number.
believe he
Now,
got that 14
Yep,
on that
he's
hyena.
going to get this
Let's see
one.
what the survey says. Come
Good
on,
look at
Vanna,
Tim.
give us a good number. There's a 14.
There we go. All right, Ace.
466. So he's currently
Leader
tied
is
with
still
Lawson.
Kyle Douglas at 482 and
For
28
fourth.
bonus rings.
Robert would be in
476,
third.
Checkeroski,
Tim would be in
Robert
second.
Householder,
And Kyle's
Ace
got a
Coleman,
6-point lead right now.
6-point lead.
6-point lead in this class is big.
tied, so by virtue of
Especially if you
that,
get to the
Lawson
final.
is
If you can get to the
leader
last arrow,
by
I mean,
45
obviously
bonus
after we
rings,
shoot 5,
23
again,
for
anybody
Ace.
within 10 points is going to shoot a 6th and final arrow.
Right.
If you've got a 6-point lead at that 6th arrow, that's a pretty
of
good
Ace,
place to be if you're the
Give us a
leader.
heads up when you're ready, my friend. You good? All right.
Tim looking to
Starts in
see
1
what he
minute.
can see. He's
Now.
on that hyena there. Ace just 14'd it.
Little bit of a breeze, not too much. I don't think this is enough wind to affect it. It might be on that bomb of a bedded buck,
Yeah.
but
Here we go.
I love this look right here. Lawson's going to be on the left on that bedded. Kyle on the black boar.
Lawson's low.
Ooh,
Kyle
there you
left.
Go. There you go.
There you go.
There's the left wind.
Just as we were saying, the wind may not affect.
Both of them are shaking their head.
Ace hasn't shot yet, but he's got time.
Pretty steady young man right there.
Mm-hmm.
Good 10.
10.
Nothing wrong
All right.
with that on that little target.
Let's check it
Nothing
out.
wrong with
Let's
that.
see what Ace has got it planned for us on this target.
He's got that blinder there, Darren, off the side of his hat. What's that doing for him?
That's when he gets to full draw. He's, you have to tilt your head a little bit to get into your peep and be able to look down range. That blocks all the vision in his left eye, his non-dominant eye, I'm assuming. So it gives him a very easy sight picture to center his peep, center his scope, center the target. It's just it's keeping you from the incorrect eye taking over.
Gotcha. Gonna move over here to Robert Householder. Did he call
All right.
upper? He did
did.
call upper.
Robert Householder.
12.
487. Ace did take a 10 on that
Stand
first one, so it
corrected.
moved him to
Javelina is looking
476.
right, it's just not looking correct. Is that better?
Lawson fired a little low. I think he shot that bedded buck, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
It's
he
bomb.
did.
You don't have to wiggle very much when your release fires to miss.
All right.
Everything's magnified.
Lawson, what do you got for
Yeah, he
us?
did hang
Yep.
8-line, though. 474, if I'm correct.
How, I got to know. Somebody's got to tell me how far that thing is, because it's got to be almost 60 yards.
Like Tyrell says, it's almost 60 yards, so it
Yeah,
is
It has to be.
bomber.
You have to break perfect to hit a little bone string at that distance.
I can't even see that far. All right, Kyle Douglas, our leader. 8 for Kyle Douglas. Open the door
He's not gonna be
slightly
happy
for
about
people to
that.
come back into
8.
play. In fact,
490.
Checkeroski,
So if Tim shoots a 14 here, he could be tied with Kyle.
All right, and for Tim.
What did he shoot at? No, he shot a 12. I'm guessing he shot at the
That
lower.
looks like it. Yep,
Yep.
there we go.
488.
Checkeroski.
So Tim is currently 2 points out of the lead. Kyle's at 490. I got Tim at 488. And then we got an 87, 76, 74.
I don't know what Tim shot today, but I do know he had a monstrous day today. Everybody was coming up to him and saying, wow, good shooting, Tim. He had a big day today just to get here, because he was not on the leaderboard yesterday.
All right.
That's awesome.
So he
he
earned it today.
This is the 5th arrow already. So this is going to dictate anybody within 10 points after this arrow will go to the 6th and final. The last chance archery, last chance arrow.
We'll start your 1 minute.
Tim says
now.
he's ready. He's going to shoot Javelina, I believe. Yeah. Householder moving to the long bedded buck. Kyle may try to.
Kyle.
He might try to 14 this thing. No, he went for the 12 and shot a
Shot a 10.
10.
Looks
I
like center
believe.
10.
Yeah,
Robert on that bomb got a 10.
10. Nothing wrong with 10s.
Not on
Not
that
at 60
one.
yards.
Tim is on that Javelina,
Mm-hmm.
which is out there, and it's a small target. He said his biggest accomplishment in ASA was making the known pro shootdown in 2022. So, 3 years later,
Wow.
here he is.
Is this his second one, you think?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't remember him in one since,
It's a tough class to make a top 5 in. There's no doubt about that.
for sure.
Tim got a
10.
10.
10
Wow.
for Tim.
Got away from that.
Known Pro is our biggest pro class, and I mean, any weekend. Well, all 5 archers that are in this shootdown, none of them were in our last shootdown at Foley.
That's how deep that talent level
Yeah.
is in that class. Oh, wow. Ace went for the 14. Good for him. 8, 484.
So Ace hasn't been in a lot of shoot-offs. So I'm guessing at this point, hey, get some experience.
Oh, yeah.
Play with some things.
I'd say lesson learned. Show up on time and shoot the right target. Well, I mean, yeah, give him an extra 10 points right there, and he's in this thing, you know.
10. Robert Householder.
Yeah.
That puts him at 497. Yeah, if you give Ace another 10 or 12 points, he's got a chance to win this thing still.
Right.
For our rookie of the day, Lawson Veit.
What'd Lawson do here? Oh, he went at the 14. Just
off, I think.
Wow,
Yeah,
good shot, Lawson.
Lawson from Oklahoma, but goes to school in Missouri currently.
2-point lead over Tim.
Shoots for the archery team at, I forget what school he goes to, Darren.
10.
He
I'm not
told
sure.
me in my memory.
Going into the final arrow.
I may have shipped him some stuff to his school and don't even remember.
Second is Tim Checkeroski. Third is Robert Householder.
Apologies to his archery team out there who I'm sure is watching at home.
Thanks for qualifying. Let's give them all a round of applause.
So Kyle shot a 10 on the last one. He goes to 500, as you can see. So 500, 498, 497. Ace is going to finish in fourth because he's not within 10 points of the leader. Lawson's going to finish in fifth because he's, again, 18 points behind the leader. So 3 to the final arrow. Robert's going to shoot first. Tim will shoot second. Kyle will know what he has to do to win this thing.
And they will bring out our last chance archery, last chance arrow. Ken McElreath is out there putting it out now.
If this belongs to anybody, fine. If not, it will not be available tomorrow.
It's out there pretty far.
How deep did? Oh yeah, he did take it out there, didn't he? Wow.
I mean, it's just in front of that bedded buck. A couple yards in front. We don't know where Scott's going to have him shoot from. He just picks a random place and says, right here. Scott Parrott, our tournament director here at the ASA. Him and his crew put out, I believe the number was 360 of those targets you see shooting that they're shooting at. 360 across this Uchi Creek campground facility they have here for however many ranges. They'll be put out in 20 target increments. 360.
So that'd be 18 ranges of 20.
It's, I'll believe your math.
Well, you know how my math goes. I mean, sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not.
The ASA just puts out, they put on a great tournament. No question about that. If you come here and you shoot it, you're going to have a good time.
You are. There's a class for everybody. You know, you don't have to be a pro. You can be a novice.
Sure.
You can shoot a stick and a string. You can shoot all the bells and whistles. You can also come here, find great food. You find vendor village. You have team shoots. You have novelty shoots. Kids shoot if you want to bring your kids and let them play. If you want to buy new archery gear while you're here, Lancaster Archery has a giant trailer here. All the manufacturers are on display. If you just want to show up and not even shoot, but maybe test some new bows, if you're thinking about buying a new bow, come to an ASA event. You can shoot everything right here in one location. These are awesome events.
As you mentioned, if you shoot a bow hunter setup, there's bow hunter classes. If you shoot recurve, there's recurve classes. Yep. Crossbow, we got a crossbow class.
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody.
Let's see what Robert Householder's going to do here. Ooh.
Ah, just right.
Okay, let's see what we
Wow,
got.
he was going for it. 8 points for Robert. It's going to put him at 505.
505. All right, Tim Checkeroski, what do you do?
Unofficially, I say it's an 8. I believe it's just wide.
Just off. That's an 8.
Tim
Robert,
needs an 8 to take second, assuming to move ahead of Robert. Let's say that.
Yes.
He would need
8 would put him at 506, 1 point in front of Robert. You are 1,000% correct.
So,
he also trails by 1
but he's looking at Kyle.
Shoot a 12 here.
Yeah, so Mike Tyrrell's laying it out. If he shoots a 12, he'd be tied with Kyle on bonus rings, assuming Kyle shoots a 10.
Yes.
But a 14 puts a little more pressure on Kyle.
It's almost right here. What can I see the best? What am I most comfortable aiming at? Do I want to make a mistake in the 10 ring, or do I want to make a mistake in the 8 or the 5 if that happens? That's his dilemma.
Ready?
Where do I want to miss if I miss?
Yeah.
We'll start your 1
He
minute
looks like he
now.
was calculating all that as you said it, Darren.
Yeah, and I suppose if you were going back to Tanya's mentality, don't even think about that. This is the same shot you shoot in practice. What would you be prepared for? To try to win this thing, or to just be, I'm going to be happy with, big arrow for Tim. We'll see what he decides to do.
He's on the podium no matter what.
Guaranteed cash and checks.
But where do you stand?
14 at Tim.
Oh,
Just the other side of it. 8 points.
Big smile there from Tim.
5.
So he got the 8.
5-0-6.
So he is ahead of Robert.
Kyle
But
needs
now-
to hit the
8
insert.
just off. Nice effort,
Yeah.
Tim.
He needs an 8 to
An
win.
8 to win for Kyle,
He's on in
which
second place.
is,
Now, Kyle Douglas.
we don't say
He
anything's
needs an 8
No.
a lock,
to win,
but
a 10 to win,
if we were in
12 to
Vegas,
win,
I'd take
a
all my
14
money
to go to
and
the
put it right
hospital
now on
for
Kyle to win.
Yeah, 1,000%.
got an 8.
My odds
Got
probably would not be good, though.
He might still try to hit a 12, but
Takes an 8
I'm
to
pretty
still
sure
win.
he may
Goes to
just shoot center
14.
10 because all he needs is an 8. I don't think there's any
guys
reason to
work on
put
him.
an
I'm out.
exclamation stamp on this
Yeah.
thing.
Let me know when you're ready, buddy.
It's about the victory here.
Tim Gillingham, let's see if he's telling him. Go for the 14, Kyle. Come on. Give him a show.
All right. We'll
Kyle,
start
just
your
shoot
1
the center
minute
of the
now.
10.
There he is. Look at
Uh-oh,
Tim
he's
just in
his
there.
ear. 8 or better to win. Center
There you
10.
go.
Perfect.
Center 10.
Good boy, Kyle. Good job.
All right, let's get a
That's
final
awesome.
number. It's a 10. That's
So
No
hard.
messing around.
And again,
Kyle
I mean, there we
Douglas,
should. He
champion
came in
Tim
leading. He had to
Checkeroski,
scratch
Robert
and claw the
Householder.
whole way through and
Yeah.
just
Coleman, Lawson,
barely
Veit. Let's get
survive
a round
it.
of applause. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was not simple for
No.
Kyle. You know, he's won everything, but he
Quick
He
reminder,
wasn't
we're
just
coming
on
over here
cruise
to the
control.
awards Behind
Yeah.
the ASA tent. Whenever you guys are ready, come on
here
over.
goes
to your-
Kyle over to pick up his headphones, and we're gonna
Women's Gnome
we're
Pro
gonna ask
first
him
and the Men's Gnome Pro second.
about this victory. And there he is, Kyle Douglas. All right, Kyle, first win of the 2025 ASA season. How did that feel?
That was good. I mean, I didn't shoot as good in the shoot-off as I would have liked or normally expected, but it was good enough to get it done, so that always feels good.
Kyle, what happens to your mindset when you're up there and you get the last arrow knowing you only have to hit that 8 ring? Does that make it easier? Does that make it harder?
That one kind of sucks. It's just like, whatever you do, don't screw this up.
Yeah, I wonder at times, does that creep into people's head? Is this easy now or is this harder now?
Oh, it's tough. Not that I'd rather have to crush a 14 to win, but it's a totally different mindset.
Do you think it's tough to come in here as the leader? How hard is it to hang on to one of these things and win it if you're coming in as the leader?
It can be pretty tough sometimes. It's definitely harder to get yourself to be more aggressive when you're leading. You don't want to protect the lead and lose it, but you also don't want to do something stupid and lose it. So, yeah, I definitely have a little bit easier mindset when I'm coming from behind.
Awesome job. Congrats on a big win. Good job. Great weekend.
Thanks, guys.
All right, congratulations to Kyle Douglas, our known pro champ here at the Shibuya Pro-Am. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back here at Uchi Creek. We're going to head to our unknown distances next. Women's Pro. We'll be right back.